go. I'm gonna have to switch the mob farm back on soon. This just feels like cheating. But there we go. Ice farm can regenerate again. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Let's Play. As I said in the last episode, I might just work on the next episode straight away. And I'm keeping true to my promise. So we're going to start this episode off with making a piglin bartering farm. And as I mentioned in the last episode, this is the same one that I've had, that I have in the Skyblock series. I still have that world. I might continue it, I'm not sure. Currently this is taking all of my time. So for the piglin bartering tower, I want two things. I want the tower to be near the gold farm that we've got here. Really good gold farm. Very simple concept. You can go to the episode where I made it to check out how I did it. But yeah, so basically I want to do two things. I want to have the bartering tower nearby the gold farm, and I want to make a filter system so that all of these rotten flesh bits just get filtered out. Because it's annoying and it takes up a lot of storage space. Halfway up the tower now, so now it's high time that we go get some piglins. My favorite part. So, we've got... can I put borders on? Yes. So we've got a Crimson Forest here. I believe that is the closest one. Is this Crimson Forest? No, Soul Sand Valley. Okay, so it is a little bit of a trek. That's okay. So as long as I make a platform here, we'll be fine. I can try and get this guy to go as well, but I would prefer just to have piglins with swords, to be honest. Okay, but let's get prepared. Yeah, let's get prepared for it. I'm just gonna grab some name tags, because that's important. I need 8 of them. Huh. What do you know? Name tag. Bartering... Bert. Bart was too obvious. Bartering Bart. Bert. Ugh, I've done it now. But the name maketh not the piglin. Let's go and make a platform. What should we make it out of? Now all I need to do is do that 7 more times. I do love this game, make no mistake. And just like that, we are ready for the final batch of piglins. These 2 upgrades should be a huge step in my world. But I do want to test it out in standard fashion, so I think I'm going to give it an hour, go all the way up there to my AFK spot. I've loaded the tower with all the gold that I have, but it's not a huge amount to be honest. So I just need to activate this tower, go up there in AFK and then see if the filter system works essentially. Once I've got enough gold to test out the full system, I'll just fill this whole thing up, activate it, and just see how long it takes until the last one is bartered with. I still need to activate it, so in case you're unfamiliar with this, which you might be, because it's probably not the most efficient system out there, because I've designed it myself. There we go, whoops. You just get on these platforms, you load this up with all the gold that you have, and then you press the button. There you go, and it gives it the first ingot. And then when he drops his trade, which we will see in a second, there you go, the hopper will pick it up, and as soon as that hopper is empty, it will give a signal to this dropper, and it gets the next bit of gold. And that's how it works. It's basically overflow proof. I know there's better designs out there, but this is the one I'm going with. There we go. And now we'll AFK for some more gold. Lovely, so all the zombified piglins get dropped to their death. The meat is getting dispensed in there. And all the gold nuggets are getting stored in here, and hopefully the autocrafter will come out soon, so I can autocraft them into ingots, because it's a lot of storage for not a lot of ingots. Is this working? All the items drop. They get dropped on that slime block. Oh, on this slime block. When it's expended, once this ether hopper clock activates, it will push all the items to the block next to it. Then the ether hopper clock activates again, and it will send all the items over the filters. And whatever doesn't fit in any filter gets demolished in the lava, which currently shouldn't be anything, because these last 2 chests, they will catch anything, any miscellaneous stuff, because they don't have a filter. Alright, let's wait until the system is done. Okay, so we gave it an hour, and crafted, I've got this many ingots, which, not bad. Really not bad. For an hour? Oh, by the way, if I do an overnight session, those chests won't fill up, I don't think. So yeah, let's just load these up. Well, I'll do that on the way back. It's not a foolproof system. Probably gonna make some adjustments here and there. But as I said in, I believe, either this episode or the previous episode, I'm not sure, because I'm doing this back-to-back, essentially. Whoa. I'm doing these episodes back-to-back, so I'm not sure if I said it in this one or not. This is a temporary farm. Even in the skyblock, it was a starter farm, so, you know, it's fairly efficient. I mean, I don't need it to be quick, because most of the time I'm just going to be AFK at the gold farm anyway. So the system can take its time, I don't mind. Hope you guys aren't too sick of this side, because we're working at this again. I'm quite excited for the project, so we're going to spend a couple episodes perfecting this before we move on to something else. It is a mega project after all. What I was thinking of doing is setting up some beacons, some permanent ones, that will stay there for a little bit. That will make it easier to switch out the buffs that it gives me to dig out anything and speed up and all of that good jazz. So what I want to try and do is construct a tower for it. Maybe till about like that level, perhaps? We'll see, but I wanna create a tower that will hold the beacons, essentially. So what have we got to work with? What's the area of a beacon? Actually. It's that, isn't it? Because you got that, and then boom. Yes. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 9 by 9. For some reason, I thought that through piglin bartering you would get gilded blackstone. Maybe that used to be a thing, I don't know, but it's not true anymore. However, I had to raid a bastion for it, and I got a netherite upgrade, which I believe you can duplicate. And then you've got, I've got the snout banner pattern, which I might have already. I've got 2 ancient debris, and I've got the Pigstep music disc. And looking in my chest, I realized I had too many discs, duplicates of Cat and 13. So I chucked them away, and this is all that I could figure out to do with it. So they'll despawn. I just thought that was fun. But yeah, Pigstep, we haven't heard that on the old jukebox yet, so let's just pop it in and see what it sounds like. Oh, what's this? Oh, surprise, surprise, cat. Into the group you go. Right, Pigstep. Well, OBS done it again. My mic, its sound was a little bit different than it usually is, so I'm not sure what's going on. I think I remedied it a little bit, but, you know, we'll see. But the towers are made. So these are them. I like him a lot. They kind of give me an Egyptian kind of vibe, which I'm liking. Even though, you know, we're going for a more Nordic theme, especially with these roofs. You know, the hammer in the distance, and then you got these little buildings here who, you know, to me, they give a little bit of an Egyptian kind of vibe. But I don't mind that, because, you know, this is like white and greenish, cyan, and this is red and black. So we're making a style change anyway. At the moment, I've got 3 beacons, so I've got one here, and one at the back. Right there. And they might be a bit close to the build, but this is kind of what I need to get full reach inside the building. So now, wherever I am inside this building, inside this tree trunk, I will have whatever enhancement that I want. So that's pretty good. The only thing that's lacking is something above it, which I just got an idea for as well. So I kind of want to try that out and then see what kind of time we've got on the Oh, that is a picture and a half, isn't it? I might just take, yeah, why not? Might be the thumbnail. But yeah, so that was the latest idea I've had with the beacon towers, essentially. All of the crystals are at different elevation. The only thing I wish I'd done different was make different crystals for each tower. But we can still do that afterwards. But unfortunately, this is all the time I've got left for this episode. As I said, I'm going to leave for download pretty soon. So I didn't have as much time to record. I was hoping to get some of the filter system underneath the tree farm done. But it doesn't look like that's going to happen. But this is pretty good. This is pretty decent. Now we've got basically beacon coverage over the whole area. And yeah, we're good to go. We are well prepared to start this massive, massive undertaking. Oh, maybe you've spotted it during the time lapse, but I've seen a couple of mobs running around during the night. So I am curious what's happening at our mob switch. Is it broken already? Luckily, it's not that far. There were quite a few mobs as well, so I'm definitely wondering what's happening here. Right. What is happening? Ooh. They were piled up the side. That's weird. So they were piled up the side and then over into these chunks, I'm imagining. I might have to extend all of this that way. Yeah, now that I'm here it's okay, but if I'm gone, I mean, I can kind of reach it. I think I'll have to extend it. But yeah, again, I don't have any time this episode, so we're gonna have to deal with that in the next one. On that note, I'm sorry if this episode has been a bit short. I have no idea of the length of the episode. But I don't want to cut in quality. I want to guarantee, you know, even though I wanted to get an episode out, just to keep the flow going, I didn't want to sacrifice any quality. So I did put as much effort in as I normally do. Maybe not as much progress, but hey, something's got to be sacrificed, right? If you have less time. But again, I'm well happy with this. I might tweak it in the future. We'll see. As usual, you know, nothing's permanent if we don't like it. Again, saying that, I do like this. Very much so. So, we're going to cut it this episode, and I hope to see you in the next one. Thank you very much, Roy. See you then. And by the way, like and subscribe if you like the content.